In the past, we've told you about AI Jesus being used in a Catholic church in Switzerland, in the confessionals, and to deliver sermons. Now, are you ready for AI doctor? Not to replace your physician, but to help him or her as a tool in medical diagnoses and treatment. Joining us with more is Dr. Essam Hamza, CEO of Rocket Doctor AI. Okay, Dr. Hamza, how specifically can AI be used to help doctors improve our health?
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. I think this is something of almost inevitable where it's coming. And the reason is the issues that everybody has around the world right now. Costs are going up. I think in the States, we're spending over $5 trillion on healthcare, but people are complaining about their access to care or their care or the spending and what they're getting in return. And it's because of the inefficiency. I don't think anybody needs to spend more money in healthcare. The question is, are we using it the right way? And so the way to improve it in our mind and others is to improve the efficiency, the ability for the doctors to just focus on taking care of the patients without dealing with all the other stuff, the administrative work, the paperwork, and to give better usage of their time. And so imagine an AI nurse or an AI doctor talking to you 24/7 whenever you have a problem, instead of going to ChatGPT or going to emergency, talking to them first and having them discuss things with you, see what's wrong, and then send you over to the right location, whether it's the emergency room or the doctor. And now the doctor doesn't have to do any typing. They're talking to you, they're sending you off for blood work and so on. And so it's the efficiency that improves and it reduces the costs to the system.
Well, give us some examples beyond administrative. How it would be helpful to, say, a doctor looking at a brain or heart scan?
Yeah, so the good thing about AI, I guess, is also the bad thing about AI. AI has a lot of power, but it also can be very inaccurate. It can hallucinate. It gets bad rap in terms of, you see the scary movies about it taking over and hurting people and so on. And that's more the generative AI that they always talk about. And that's something I always tell people when you talk about AI or you look at an AI company or somebody talking about AI in healthcare, ask about trust and accuracy first. So figure out where they're getting the information from. Is there any chance that this could hallucinate or become racist or become, change their opinion every time you ask it and say something different? Number one. Number two, is it private? Are you giving it to the world when you talk about your medical information, or is it staying within the healthcare system and the doctor's office that you trust? So those are kind of the important thing. But also it's garbage in, garbage out. And so when you mention things like radiology, AI and radiology and so on, it's happening for sure. But the problem is, how do you train those engines? How do you train it so that it's learning from the right information instead of the wrong information and then spitting out bad information?
Well, how are doctors and other medical professionals responding to this? Are they open to using AI, or a lot of them already relying on it? Are any concerned about professional ethics?
Yeah, no, great question. And you know what? It's the first time in my life that I've seen the buy-in from everybody, what I call the three Ps. The payer, so whether it's the insurance company or the government or whoever it is, the provider, the practitioner, and then the patient. They all are looking for this. They love it because it does a few things. For the payer and the provider, sorry, the payer, it's reducing costs, it's improving efficiency, it's better, the patients are being seen a lot faster, it's preventing disease and so on. For the provider, it's reducing that administrative headache. They're able to just focus on the stuff they like, they're not getting burnt out, they're able to see more patients and so on. And then for the patient, it's absolutely fantastic. So instead of on a Sunday night being incredibly worried and having to go to emergency room because your kid is sick, because you're worried about what to do next and nothing else is open, now you have something that you have access to that can give you some guidance and connect you properly to the right place in real time, in whatever language you want as well.
I'm sure there are concerns about cases where there are life and death situations. What if the artificial intelligence that's used is wrong, makes a mistake? Is it getting there close to 90, 100%?
Yeah, so for our own system, so what we have is we have a couple of different things. So number one, we have an AI powered platform for doctors. And so for the doctors right now in, for instance, California or New York, they can come online and start seeing patients whenever they want, or create a hybrid practice, be their own independent practitioners, have full transparency about their practice tomorrow. And they'll be able to create that digital storefront and then have these AI-powered tools helping them. And so, and for the patient, it's great because they're covered by whether it's Medicaid or Medicare or the top 10 insurers like United Health and Aetna and so on. It's great. So the better access to care, and they're able to see the doctor when they need to, and connect and continue with that same doctor and so on. But the liability at the end of the day is on the doctor. This is a tool for them to use in their practice as another tool.
Okay, the AI revolution is upon us, including in American medicine. Dr. Essam Hamza, CEO of Rocket Dr. AI, thank you for setting us straight today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.